Have you had any properties that you've had difficulty selling on the platform ever?
Never,
There's not been one that's had an issue or
never.
something. What about
Well, of course
multi-million
there
dollar
is.
properties?
What would cause a home not to sell?
Shanda,
Overpriced.
have you not watched the platform for the last 5 years?
Overpricing's one, market conditions are another one, location's another one. You don't get out of doing your real estate job by being a member in this. This gives you an added tool for your tool belt that you can utilize. You know, a great way to look at the Easy Real Estate platform, and for some reason, our agents don't, they understand it, but they don't understand it, is who in the heck can compete with a 0% listing? Just tell me one company.
Not one.
So if nothing else, and we're not marketing that, what seller says, "Oh yeah, you got $1 million home. Sure, I want to pay you $30,000 to sell it." What seller would do that? They're far and few between, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
you got to look at the marketing that you guys should be doing on your own, with especially with all the stuff that we've made up. So we all know there's a bunch of probate companies out there, correct?
Yep.
What do you think would separate us aside? What would be the magic bullet that's going to get us into every attorney, every care placement home, every every single thing you can imagine with senior your placement or senior housing?
Hey, Mr. Attorney, if I didn't have to charge your client anything, would it be helpful to them to get more money in their pocket?
Right.
And I've been talking to care placement places for the last month. Started working with some attorneys, started working with some of the people that we are going to help you guys, that you're going to have to go out and build a team. And the biggest thing about building the team is getting monetized. Now, attorneys aren't real big fans of monetizing and giving referral fees out, but what they are a huge fan of is exchanging referrals. Yeah, and they're a necessary evil. They get in the middle of everything, right?
Oh yeah.
So we are figuring out all the basics on this, but what will separate us from every probate company out there, every real estate company out there, every investor out there is we can sell a home. We have the option of selling a home and not charging a commission. Everybody's heard of Redfin, right?
Yep.
Anybody have any idea how Redfin made their name?
1%.
The
What?
1% listing. And I mean, now they're like a tech company. They've got probably, if not the best app around. I mean, I think more people are using the Redfin app than Zillow anymore.
Hmm.
So anyway, it's the idea of the platform. If you guys start putting your ingenuity together, you actually go into and look at the marketing materials that are made. You know, the plug and play that are made. I mean, how can you not get listings? Just I go and I tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, when I go into a listing appointment, they don't turn me down. I turn them down.
Why do you turn them down?
If they don't want to play ball, if they want to just list it normally and they want to have a high price on home, and they don't understand what bringing buyers in, what it does, especially in this buyer's market. I don't want to list their home. I mean, I figure a listing costs me anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000.
Hmm.
And that's all the marketing material, that's the sign, that's the staging, that's the advice that we're going to give them. It's our, I figure my time's worth $150 an hour,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because when we go out and give advice, we go out and do a presentation, we go out and do all that stuff is bill. If I were an attorney, I'd be billing them $300 an hour, not 150
Yeah.
an hour. And our the the industry has to start changing the mindset.
Mm.
Most of the people are just chasing their tails between their legs and just
Mhm.
praying that they get something. They pray they get a lead. And I'm going to come back and tell you about at Century 21. They had a relocation department with Realogy. And Brett, the broker, can verify this. We sat through and listened to a relocation specialist, and you got to go through all of this stuff. And then when it comes down to it, by the time they took the corporate fees, the relocation fees, the split at the brokerage, these agents were making 10 to 15%. That's it.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, but you know what? Those relocation specialists are driving their stinking cars thousands on thousands on thousands of miles. I don't even think it covers the cost of the gas and the service on the car and the
Mm.
wear and tear. We don't think about that as real estate agents.
Correct.
And you've got to be smart in what you do. And you know, if I have a seller that it's a hoax, it's goofy, it's this and that. I mean, how much has this company closed, saved sellers and commissions now? Everybody should know this. Over $5 million in commissions.
Mm.
And you put it back and everything, just like you, Mr. Seller. When I biggest objection, it's too good to be true.
Right.
And you got to overcome that objection. You know, and that's why when we talk about doing stuff, like I used to go to Starbucks, I had a sign on there, I'll sell your home and not charge you a commission. And I used to set that sign next to me at Starbucks. And I was there from 6 in the morning till 9 in the morning every day. I got in a conversation every day with somebody.
Mm.
How can you do that? I don't need to
Yeah.
explain it at Starbucks. Give me 15 minutes at your house and let me talk to you and your wife. You ready to sell your home? Let's go. But and I can just say, listen, you know, most people think it's a skeptic. I'll put the white elephant on the table. They think it's skeptical, but you know what? We've saved sellers $5 million in commissions since we've been
Yeah.
alive. You know, and then another great thing, you know, we've got over 750 agents nationwide.
Yeah.
All of these things matter to sellers. The website, you can send somebody to the website now and they can search till their heads cows come home. There is so many crossways for a seller to get information, a buyer to get information, an agent to get information, and it's all cross collateralized throughout the whole site. Kat and Zishan have done an amazing things to make it simple for, and you know how I know that? Because we're actually getting leads every day now. I want to put, yeah, I got an agent, but I want to put my home on the platform.
Yep.
Call him back up. Well, you know what? That's great. Let's get him going. Well, your agent's got to get certified. Oh, they got to get certified. What does that mean? So, what does that mean to you? Remember, 4 million real estate agents, right?
Yeah.
750 are certified. It's less than a quarter percent.
Hmm.
Yeah, you think that might separate you from every other seller? Every other real estate agent?
Yeah.
All of these things that we've talked about in the 3 to 4 years now that we've been holding these meetings, all these things matter to consumers. What I love about our site, and I say this all the time, that we represent consumers and the industry better than anybody else out there because we are completely 100% transparent. Well, geez, you know, Mr. Seller, why does transparency matter? And then you talk about the highest and best. How well
Yeah.
does that work in a real estate market? Is that a fair playing field? Right? All of these things matter, and all these things are in trainings on the website for you guys. You can go back and listen to them.